Share something really quick. I have another video that I'll put here that's a little bit longer.
And I'm posting this, and I don't know how many people are gonna watch it. I'm telling you, this right here, someone's gonna watch it, and someone's gonna send it to somebody. This is gonna change their lives. I hope it does, because my life is being blown just processing this. Okay. All right, what's up, y'all? We're doing this again. I'm at a place where I feel like I know too much not to share. So,
and shares me kind of breaking down where the concept kind of comes from and everything, but it's a little bit a longer video and I want you guys to get insight into it as soon as possible. So I'm going to go through this really briefly. It's this quadrant this is a conversation I've been having a lot lately, where it's on an axis, and it's like the difference between giving and taking. There's a book that I read that I posted on the other video, Give and Take. It talks about the difference between giving and taking, but there's this quadrant where it's like give and take, and then you have being able to receive, and then also not being able to receive, aka reject, right? And so it breaks down to 4 different quadrants. On the bottom left is you don't know how to give and you don't know how to receive, right? So you take and you reject. Top left has you know how to give, but you reject, you don't know how to receive. Bottom right, you don't know how to give, but you do know how to receive, right? You just kind of, it's almost like consumption, right? You're not really adding value, you're just, being the reciprocant of that, right? And then the top right being plus and plus, which is you know how to give and receive, right? And so what I shared on the previous video is how when you look at this bottom left, it's kind of like if you take and reject people helping you or whatever, it's like you're kind of in this destructive pattern. And this is what we see when divorces are happening. This is what we see when wars are taking place, right? You have territories that are just trying to take from each other. And it's what I consider the worst version of humanity known to man, right? On the top left, we have the person who's like a giver, but they don't know how to receive. And I ended up throwing this in chat, and there's a graphic that it came up with, and it called this person the martyr, right? It called this person a martyr, the person that just gives without being open to receive. I have here, it says, give and reject is a martyr, person that gives a lot, refuses help or support. I can do it by myself, burns out easily, also feels unappreciated. And yeah, it's the quote unquote, like, I'll do it myself. And then on the bottom right, it is the person who knows how to receive but doesn't know how to give, right? So I put on here, it says the dependent or the consumer, right? Receives and takes, barely gives back, if at all, relies on others, avoids responsibility. Someone please take care of me, right? And then the green, it says is the person who knows how to give and also has opened up channels to be okay with receiving, right? And it says someone who gives value, receives support, keeps keeps things circulating, right? And this is what I consider abundance, right? The issue that I found, and I think this is the really key to this. Again, the other video goes a lot deeper, but I want this to come off as soon as it can. Is what happens if you're a giver and you meet someone who also is a giver. You have a really good connection. The challenge that I found is the second you find out that that person also knows how to receive, if you're stuck in this place where you feel like it's only one or the other, what'll happen is you'll think that they're the taker, right? You'll think they're the person that only consumes but doesn't give, right? And that comes from a lack of belief in the idea that giving and receiving is possible, right? And so what I'm finding is that there are very few people in the world that actually do belong to this category, but they do exist. And this is the person who knows how to give and also knows how to receive. And those two worlds come together to operate in true abundance, right? Which is, again, it's circulating, right? And so really powerful concept. Check out the video. It's a little bit longer, goes in a lot more depth and detail to this, but I feel like this is something that can help so many people, just understanding the nuance between being okay with adding value, taking care of people, giving to people, and also being okay with receiving, the spirit of reciprocity as well. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Peace.